Hi everyone, Megan from MK Massage and Yoga here. I've got just a short evening practice to help open up through the heart center and the shoulders this evening. We'll bring the hands to heart center, find a comfortable position, and maybe just check in with the breath. Just settling down the thoughts, coming into your space this evening, and maybe setting an intention for your practice if you like. As you inhale, let's take the hands up towards the ceiling, really reaching the fingertips up. And then exhale, bring the arms out nice and wide to cactus. Inhale brings you up, reaching up. Exhale, release, firming through the belly, building our own resistance. One more inhalation, fingertips coming up. And then exhale, the arms through cactus all the way down. Let's take the hands to the knees and a few rolls of the head, as though you're drawing circles with your nose out in front. If you're heading in one direction, you can swap over, try the other direction, and we'll just slowly warm up through the neck and the shoulders. One more full circle here, and then coming back to the neutral head position. Let's inhale, take the fingertips up, again reaching up nice and tall. This time the right arm comes down, the left reaching up and over to the side. Side body stretch. Inhale brings you back up, both arms up, and exhale over to the other side. Stretching into the side ribs. Inhale brings you up, both arms come up. Exhale through cactus. And let's take the right arm over underneath the left. And really reaching the fingertips up towards the ceiling, working with the breath here. Inhale to come up, the forearms pressing against each other. Exhale, release. Eagle arms, one more inhalation brings the fingertips up, and exhale to come down. Let's release. A few rolls of the shoulders, back, and then maybe forward, flushing everything through. One more round. Let's inhale, take the fingertips up nice and tall, opening out through cactus. This time, right arm over the top, left arm comes underneath, and we squeeze the arms together, maybe even wrapping the hands around. Inhale to bring the fingertips up, exhale to release the elbows back down. One more here, inhalation, and exhale to release. Let's release the arms, bringing them back to the knees. A few more openings through the shoulders, and we'll swap the legs over just to even up through the hips. Let's tuck the chin to the chest, rounding through the back, and then as you take a nice big inhalation, take the chin up to the ceiling, flow through here, tuck the chin round through the back. Inhale to open, broaden through the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back of the body. Taking a couple more rounds. Opening through the chest, take the gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, really rounding through the back, let the head come down. Beautiful. Let's stretch the left leg out in front, the right foot comes to the thigh. Square the shoulders up over that thigh, reaching up nice and tall. And as you exhale, allow the hands to come down either side of the leg, just letting them land wherever they like. Bring the toes in towards the face, little bend through the knee, and really square that chest over the thigh. Maybe even bringing your right hand over to the outside of the leg. Taking a couple rounds of breath here, just allowing that heart to melt forward, stretching through the hamstrings. And as you inhale, let's walk the hands back. We'll come into a counter twist, taking the left hand over to the right knee, the opposite hand behind you, sitting up nice and tall through the spine as you inhale, and exhale to open out to the right side. Maybe even bringing the gaze out over that right shoulder if that's feeling okay for your neck today. We'll bring the head back to center and release the hands. Take the hand underneath the knee, help it in, and let's swap over to the other side. Squaring the chest over that front thigh, the fingertips reach up for the ceiling, and as you exhale, releasing the arms, letting them fall wherever they are. Keeping that little bend through the knee, the toes flexed in towards you. Maybe bringing the left hand to the outside of the leg, just encouraging a little deeper twist through the spine. And let's breathe some space into the back of the leg. Maybe even coming back to our intention here. And working with the breath. Let's take one more big inhalation. And as you exhale, gently walk the hands back up towards you. Counter twist, right hand comes over to the left knee. Other hand comes behind you to sit up, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, releasing over to the left, maybe taking the gaze out over that left shoulder. Couple rounds of breath here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to soften, deepen into the counter twist. Let's bring the gaze back to center. Take the hand underneath the knee, help it in. We'll come forward, moving any props off the mat to find our tabletop position. And then coming back, big toes together, knees nice and wide. Nice big inhalation. Before you exhale, walk the hands out in front. Settle the forehead right down into the mat. Adho Mukha Virasana, downward facing hero pose. Couple rounds of breath here. Just opening up through the lower back and letting the hips start to open as well. On your next inhalation, walk the hands back in towards the body, bring the knees back underneath the hips. Tuck the back toes, we'll sit back onto the heels, clasp the fingers together. Squeeze the shoulder blades down the back. We'll sit back, stretching through the soles of the feet. Remember, you can always come down, if you like, onto the flats. Otherwise, hanging in there a little longer, stretching through the soles of the feet, open through the chest, really shine the heart forward. Maybe taking the gaze up, can squeeze the shoulder blades together a little more. Maybe bringing the hands away from the body. One more nice big inhalation, filling up the lungs. Exhale to come forward, tabletop position, untuck the back toes, give the tops of the feet a little tap out, and we'll come down onto the tummy. Bring the arms down by your side, press down into the hips, take a nice big inhalation to lift the chest and the arms, maybe lifting the legs as well, Shalabhasana, locust pose. Nice long line from the toes to the crown of the head, lifting up through the chest, and exhale to release nice and gently. Take the cheek to the mat and give the hips a little rock side to side. Let's bring the head back through center and inhale to come up. Maybe this time extending the arms out in front, a little bit of extra challenge here for the core muscles. Stretching away, the fingertips out in front, toes behind. Let's bring the arms back and exhale to come down. Take the opposite cheek to the mat. Give the hips a little rock out, side to side. We'll bring the head back to center. Take one more time, maybe this time clasping the hands together behind the back to really open through the chest, similar to before, this time just in the locust pose. Pulling the hands back behind you and then releasing. We'll come all the way down. Take the feet up to the ceiling, bending through the knees, and we'll windscreen wipe side to side, releasing that lower back. Beautiful. Let the feet come down. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Take a nice big inhalation. And as you exhale, pressing into the hips and the tops of the feet to open through the chest. Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Really squeezing the shoulder blades together. Open through that front chest a little more. Maybe lifting the hands. And then letting the forehead come down. And we'll push all the way back to take child's pose. Maybe leaving the arms out in front. Or if you prefer, bringing them down by your side, Balasana, child's pose. A little rest for the forehead here, resting right down on the mat. And letting the back open up towards the ceiling, finding some space, letting those muscles release. Take the hands underneath the shoulders, help to push the body back up. We'll come to the tabletop position and then push through, lifting the hips, taking downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Keeping that little bend through the knees, maybe releasing through the neck and the head. And really sending that tailbone up towards the ceiling. You can lift the right leg, taking up nice and high. And then hug the knee into the chest, stepping it all the way through up in between the hands. Take a couple steps if you need. We want the knee right above the heel or the ankle. Untuck the back toe, drop that back knee if you hadn't already. And let's bring the hands up onto the thigh. As you inhale, take the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And we'll exhale to open to cactus, really shining that heart forward. Inhale brings the fingertips up. Exhale, open to cactus. One more inhalation. And exhale, build your own resistance. Another inhalation. Exhale through cactus all the way down. Shine the hands forward and then let them come either side of that front leg. We'll send the hips back, straightening through that front leg, keeping just a little bend through the knee, and flex the toes up towards you. Good stretch for the hamstrings here. And then rolling, planting the front foot back down. Coming to the fingertips, let's take the left hand to the inside of the leg and send that right hand up towards the ceiling. Maybe reaching back behind you, taking hold of the back leg, nice quad stretch over on the left side. Choosing any option here today, maybe just staying with that nice twist. Release the leg back down nice and gently, plant the hands, send the hips back. Let's take Adho Mukha Svanasana. Maybe pedaling out the legs, shaking out the neck. And we'll inhale, bringing it to the left side. Tucking the knee right up into the chest, stepping it in between the hands. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes, send the hips forward. That knee alignment again right over the heel. And maybe bringing the hands just to the thigh to find that balance. Before you inhale, take the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And exhale, open out the arms to cactus. Inhale brings you up. Exhale to release. Inhale to reach up nice and tall. Exhale, build that own resistance. And then let the hands come down towards the mat. Palms come forward. Shine that chest a little further. Take the hands either side of the front foot and send the hips back. We'll straighten through the leg, keeping just a little macro bend through the knee. Flex the toes in towards you. Hamstring stretch here. Shining that chest forward over the front thigh. And then planting the front foot down. Take the right arm in close to the foot. Extend the left arm up towards the ceiling. A little side twist. Open twist through the spine. And then maybe bringing the foot in towards the hand and stretching through the quads on this side of the body. Through that right leg. Taking a couple rounds of breath. Some space for the hips, releasing the leg. Plant the hands either side, lift the back knee, step all the way back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Shine that chest down towards the mat. Maybe finding a little bit of extra length through the backs of the legs. In our downward facing dog. Tailbone pressing for the ceiling. And come forward. Taking a bend through the knees to jump all the way up towards the top of the mat. Keeping that generous bend as you fold forward. And then we'll come to the halfway lift. Nice flat back. Maybe the hands to the shins or out in front. Come all the way down, take a seated position. With the legs out in front. We'll sit up nice and tall through the spine. Place the hands back behind you. About one handspan or a little bit less. Toes coming in towards the body. Shine the chest forward, and then if you like, maybe lifting the hips to take reverse plank. Keeping the buttocks, the hips lifted at about knee height. Squeezing together through the thighs. And keeping the gaze along the body. Really good stretch out through the shoulders here. And also building some core strength through the body. Slowly release. We'll come all the way back down. Beautiful counter pose. Hug the chin into the chest, round through the back. And then we'll slowly unroll through the spine to come all the way down. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe take some circles up on the ceiling. Little massage for that lower back. And then allow the feet to come down. I'm going to press down into the soles of the feet, press down into the arms, the hands, and then we'll lift the hips, peel them up off the mat, take bridge pose. If you like, maybe interlacing the fingers underneath the body to lift a little higher through the chest. Really opening up right into the top, keeping the gaze nice and long, looking up at the ceiling, the neck nice and long. Let's take a couple more rounds of breath here, maybe squeezing the hips up a little bit higher, and then exhale to release the grip and slowly let the body come down. You can windscreen wipe the knees side to side, and just releasing the lower back. Come bringing the knees back to center, planting the hands, planting the feet down. Take a nice big inhalation, peeling the hips up. This time raising the hands up overhead. We'll work with the breath as you exhale, coming back down, arms come down. Inhale to lift the hands up overhead, lifting the hips. Exhale to bring the body back down, and the arms come either side. Another inhalation, fingertips come up and overhead, lift the hips. Exhale to slowly come down. Beautiful. Another one here. Inhale to bring the hands up, hips up. Exhale to release, hands come back down by your side. Last one. Inhale, hands up overhead, maybe pausing a moment and then slowly bringing it back down. Beautiful. Let's take the soles of the feet together so the knees can come out nice and wide. Taking a supine version of the butterfly or cobbler's pose. Maybe taking the right hand up onto the chest, the left hand onto the belly, and we'll just check in with the breath here, allowing it to come back to its natural state, maybe slowing down a little, and perhaps coming back to your intention from the beginning of the practice. Allowing the knees to soften, the hips to open out to the side, getting some blood flowing all through the pelvis, and really just settling in here for our Shavasana. You've got the option, if you like, to take a more traditional one, stretch the legs out in front, maybe take the palms up towards the ceiling, the arms down by your body. If the mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to the breath. And then we'll reach the arms up and overhead, bring them back down by your side, help the knees in towards each other. Squeeze them into the body, maybe a rock side to side. Some circles on the ceiling, and then we can roll to come all the way up, find a seated position. Take the legs crossed, and we'll bring the hands to the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Tuck the chin to the chest. Thank you so much for practicing with me this evening. Namaste. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a like, send a comment, let me know how you went, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.